Hi guys. So I wanted to show you what this file will be like when you upload it. It'll have a circle for the canning jar lid and it'll have the little canning jar for the label. So what I did was I created a circle for the canning jar lid. So that was my template that I set up so I could measure everything out perfectly how I wanted it. And same thing with the canning jar. So basically when you receive these files, if you want to make these identical to mine, you won't need these templates when it comes time to engrave. So basically, I can move this out of the way. All I did was create this so I would know exactly what size to make my homemade with love. So I can move these out of the way. And so basically what I'll be doing is I want to shut these layers off or turn these layers off. So I look over on the side, click on the circle, it'll take you right there. Click off the eye, click on the canning jar, and click on the eye. Oh, that was the circle in the lid. Sorry about that. So canning jar again, that's the whole thing. So there we have it. Those are our two files that we want to engrave. Now I'm already set up for the maker, so I'm going to go ahead. Oh, and just to show you real quick, I had changed all these line sets over here, the line type to engrave. So everything here is going to engrave. All right, so I'm going to click on Make It. Now here, because we can only engrave one project at a time in order to have them lined up perfectly, we need to separate these into another mat. But you can see we only have one mat here. There's not a mat here. In order to do that, just click on either one of your objects. You'll get that little circle with the three dots. Click on that and select Move to another mat. And then since we don't have another mat, we're going to select New. It wants us to choose a color if we want. I'm just going to choose a gray and then click Confirm. So what that does is it gives you another mat. So now each of these need to be lined up in the very center of your Cricut mat in order to line up perfectly when it comes time to engraving. So you're just going to click on it with your mouse and drag it over. And I want this to be in the middle of the 6-inch mark here and the 6-inch mark here. So I'm going to put the heart right in the middle. That looks perfect. So this one's good. We don't need to mirror it since it's an engraving project. So I'll click back on this one. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take it to the 6-inch by 6-inch center of the mat. Click it with my mouse and drag it. And maybe just a tad over that way. All right, and that looks good. So now we're ready to click on Continue. Okay, so I'm going to browse all materials. I'm going to put in, actually it's the thick. Click Done, and then it's going to make sure it says Load Tool in the mat, and it wants to make sure that you select the engraving tip, which has the number 41 on it. So I'm going to go ahead and head on over to the Cricut Maker, and I'll see you over there. Okay, so we've got our canning jar lid, and we've got the cute little acrylic piece, which is in the shape of a canning jar. I just thought that was really cute. So first thing you want to do is make sure that if your jar has any paper lining to protect it, that you take that off. So what we're going to do, let me take off the protected sheet of my liner here. It's a brand new mat, so it's very, very sticky. Okay, so just like we did on the mat on the Cricut on the computer, we're going to take the 6-inch mark and the 6-inch mark. And the way that I measured it was I want the center to go 1 inch from the bottom. Now that makes it nice because all of these are 1-inch lines. So I'm going to line up the circle and the bottom with this line right here. So the circle's going on that line. And right at the bottom. All right, and that is right in the middle. So now we're going to take our blue tape and we're going to tape the top and the bottom. I don't need to do the sides because my mat is so new and so strong. I know I don't have anything engraving here. Just make sure you don't ever put the tape on where you have something engraving. And the very bottom here. All right. Now, I already have my engraving tip in here because I had done a project earlier today, but let me just show you real quick in case you haven't done it. This is the engraving tip. See how it says number 41 on it? It's got a nice little sharp point. If I needed to, this is actually my scoring wheel housing, and I just took my scoring wheel out and I put this engraving tip in. So you would just push this plunger and pull out, push the plunger and put it back in, and then release. Just the only thing you need to watch out for is when you put this into the machine, make sure you don't accidentally press here while you're putting it into the machine, or it will actually could make your blade loose. So I have seen that happen. All right, so let me go ahead and put it in the machine. There we go. Okay, and we got to just load the mat and press the arrow button. Okay, unload the mat. Look at it. Yay, perfectly lined up. Take the tape off. All right. My gosh, look at that. It's so pretty. See if, I'm not sure if you can see it better that way. Try to move it up. All right, so homemade with love, and it's got the beautiful heart, and it's perfectly lined up exactly where I wanted to have the design. So very happy with that. Let me set this aside, and we'll move on to the canning lid one. Now this one's going to be slightly more tricky to line up because we can't see through it. So what I'm going to do is I know that I want the lettering here to be straight up. I wouldn't want to design it like that. So it's going to be straight up like this. We know the middle is here. So what we're going to do is here's the 6 mark and the 6 mark. So basically I'm going to line this part up. And then I know that I'm going to put my finger here so that I know that when the middle here gets to where my finger is, of course my hand's sticking to the mat. When my finger gets there, then we know that we're halfway in. So looks good right there. I've got this lined up straight. I'm just going to set it right down. Press around. And then we're going to add our tape. Everything is secure, and it's wanting us to load the mat. Make sure you press in so it takes it evenly, perfectly straight. press in. Just like before, there's our go light, so go ahead and click go. And again, that sound is normal. The blade is spinning, it's okay. All right. Take the tape off. And I can't get my fingernails under there. Grab my spatula here. All right. There we go. Hopefully you can see that without the glare, but that turns out really, really nice. It gives a nice effect to the canning jar, even though we have, written on there. If you're able to get some lids that don't have the writing, that would be nice. But I tell you what, that definitely dresses it up, and especially for a gift. And that's what these are going to be, is giveaway at Christmas time. I don't want to say what I'm going to put in it in case my family watches the video, but they'll know now they're getting something in a canning jar, and it'll look cute. So I hope you love this project. Handmade with love. I think these will make great items. You can also put some vinyl behind here and put some little magnets on there and use it for a magnet on your refrigerator. I mean, you don't have to have handmade with love on it. You could have whatever you want written on there. I think these are going to make great little Christmas gifts, and along with this too. So there you go, a super quick and easy engraving project, and be great for Christmas gifts. So until I see you again, create with love.